Well, I feel kind of bad. It's taking me a long time to put together a very short summary video of my Alteryx Inspire experience. One of the coolest things that happened, though, while I was there is that I got to meet a lot of the folks that just view me kind of one way, right? Some people leave comments on all the videos that I do, but I never really get a chance to talk to anybody. So I want to highlight 3 people that I had a chance to meet at the Inspire conference, and that's Angela Smith, Shawn, Sundaram, Nanjappan, and Nick Alessandro, and I actually got to take pictures with those 3. There were a number of other people that I met as well, but didn't get a chance to take a picture with them. So thank you for reaching out to me. Almost every single person gave me kind of like a weird look and then came over and said hi. So I'm so grateful that people talked to me and told me their stories about how they're using Alteryx and what they've learned. And so that has inspired me to continue doing what I'm doing here. Now, what I wanted to share with you is probably the most interesting add-on product. I don't know the best way to describe it, but new addition, I'll say, maybe to the Alteryx platform, and that's called Auto Insights. Now, I have been engaged with that team on a proof of concept and then ultimately a purchase when they were known as Hyper Anna, and they're an Australian company, a very cool group of people, very innovative and forward-thinking. And so I wanted to share with you my experience with one of their representatives and take you through some of the questions that people most likely have when they see this product for the first time. So I'm going to do this in 2 parts. I've got the interview that I did with Kathleen Roach, which is going to start here in a moment, and then a quick demo that I recorded. Now, I did this with my iPhone. I have a gimbal, and so I'm able to keep the camera steady and show a good image, but the audio, it's okay. I don't have a high-end microphone. It's just the audio that comes from the iPhone. So there is some background noise. I've tweaked the video as much as I can in the audio to try and get it to sound good, but you just have to bear with us. We did speak loud enough for you to hear, so that should work out okay. After you see the video, I'd love to hear comments, feedback, ideas, thoughts, all that good stuff. I've put a link in the description to where you can find out more about Auto Insights. So I'll go ahead and let it carry on here.
Hi guys, I'm Catherine. I'm from Alteryx and I'm joined here today with Nathan. Nathan, welcome to Alteryx Inspire 2022.
It's great to finally meet you in person after all these Zoom calls that we've had.
We've been working together for the last few weeks.
Wonderful.
And he's been using Alteryx Auto Insights, which we'll be explaining to you a little bit more today. So Nathan, can you tell everyone a bit about what you're doing?
Yeah, so I'm the Chief Information Officer at Symphony, so I oversee both the IT side of Symphony and the analytics side, and of course all the insight stuff that we're working on currently.
Awesome. So we're talking about Alteryx Auto Insights today. So what are some of the challenges you have from going from data to insights?
Yeah, I'd say probably the biggest thing, the biggest impact that it has is on our ability to create, I'll say dashboards and reports, but this is the word I've used is paradigm shift before for us. And I don't have a lot of analysts, to be honest. In healthcare, we have a very small team of people that work on creating dashboards. And so this lets us create those quite a bit faster than we're normally able to do with our small team.
Yeah, and when you first saw Auto Insights for the first time, what was the immediate feeling or thought that you had?
Yeah, I'd say what it surfaces in the insights, and why I use that term paradigm shift, because most of the time when you're building a dashboard, you're trying to find that golden nugget yourself. And even as a domain expert, you might not necessarily know what it is the business wants to see, and they might not know. So sometimes you're going through this iterative process back and forth until you figure out what they want. And that really got highlighted in the first couple of demos that I saw.
And in terms of how you're using it today at Symphony, can you share some of the use cases that you're currently using?
Yeah. So our probably number one use case, and I always tell people this, go for that low-hanging fruit, go for that thing that sticks out, that's obvious to the whole executive team. And for us, it's getting patients in the door. How many patients can we get from hospitals into our rehab clinics? And so we went after referrals right away and CRM data, and really looking at how well our liaisons performed and how well our marketing campaigns performed.
Yeah. And were there any specific insights that you were able to share with us today?
Yeah, we had this really cool one, and again, this is where the golden nugget is, where we I know that I need to look at hospitals that send us patients. I need to look at how well our sales reps, our liaisons perform. But what Auto Insights found was where the doctors send us patients. And it's not something we currently look at using Power BI or Tableau. And when our sales team saw that, it was a light bulb moment for them. They were like, holy cow, we knew that that was a driver, but we didn't know exactly which doctors it was that drove it. And I mean, it was an immediate like light bulb moment for them that was obvious.
And you mentioned Power BI, Tableau. Can you explain a bit more about your tech stack today?
Yeah. So I think this is probably the hardest thing for folks to understand, and why I use that term paradigm shift, because we still are going to use Power BI. We'll still use a little bit of Tableau, but this truly sits in insights. It's not necessarily reports and dashboards. It's a place where we go to uncover or discover what's going on with the data, so it complements what we're doing with Power BI.
And can you give us a specific example of that in terms of what you're maybe doing today in Power BI versus what you see you're doing today in Auto Insights? Because we all know that we're using Alteryx, right, to prep and blend the data. It's just another output tool. So where do you see the
Exactly. Yeah, so I always sort of view Power BI as being like reactive. So I'm generating these dashboards and reacting to feedback, where Insights is somewhat proactive in the way that it works, and it's directing us on where to look next. So it's a completely different mindset on how it works.
And how many dashboards would you say you have today?
Oh, there's over 50 different dashboards we send out on a daily basis.
And how many of them are used? Be honest. 4
on a daily basis. I only know when it breaks and someone says, hey, it's broken, can you fix it? And I think that's one of the issues is you're in this constant like building mode, and you're never really sure, are people actually consuming this? Is it useful? And I think we're sort of seeing that with Insights, that it's driving us to build something that people actually want to engage with.
Absolutely. And if you had people today that are interested in maybe getting started with Auto Insights, do you have any recommendations for them?
Well, I mean, I would definitely do the proof of concept. I think there's got to take advantage of, I'll say, free trial, right? You got to get engaged with it and see how it works and see how it fits in, because it's such a different mindset. And like I said, start with that low-hanging fruit and get that going, and spin it up, get feedback.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us.
It was a pleasure. Yeah, thank you. Okay, I hope you got something out of that interview between me and Catherine Roach at Alteryx Auto Insights. I've got a second part to this video where it's me filming a demo of in Auto Insights with another rep there. Hopefully the audio quality is okay and it sounds good. So I'll go ahead and post that next, and that'll be part 2 to this series.